My family said I failed at life. Then my brother's fiancée looked at me and changed everything. If you've ever been judged by the people who were supposed to love you the most, stay with me, take a deep breath. If stories about quiet strength and silent revenge speak to your heart, tap like, subscribe, and settle in. This one is slow, and it's real. My name is Lena. I am the middle child. Not the golden one, not the baby, just the one in between. I grew up learning how to stay quiet, how to listen more than I spoke, how to smile even when my chest felt tight. In my family, noise meant attention, and attention meant approval. My older brother Marcus was the pride. Straight A's, college photos framed on every wall. The kind of son neighbors talked about. My younger sister Emily was the dreamer. Soft voice, big eyes. Everyone protected her. And then there was me, the one who had potential. The one who just needed direction. The one who, according to them, never quite arrived. I tried. God knows I tried. But life doesn't always move in straight lines, and families don't always forgive curves. We grew up in a small house that always smelled like coffee and laundry soap. The kitchen table had a wobble to it, one leg shorter than the rest. No one ever fixed it. That table saw everything. Birthdays, arguments, silent dinners where forks scraped plates but no one spoke. My parents believed in hard work. They believed in results even more. Love was real, but it was measured. Grades, promotions, engagement rings. When Marcus graduated, we threw a party. When Emily won a school award, there were balloons. When I dropped out of college to care for my sick aunt, there was silence. No one yelled. That would have been easier. Instead, they nodded, and the nod felt heavier than anger. "You'll figure it out," my mother said once, but her eyes were already tired of waiting. I worked small jobs, retail, caregiving, night shifts that left my hands sore and my mind empty. Marcus moved up. Emily dreamed big, and I stayed. Still. At least that's how they saw it. It started with comments, the kind that sound harmless if you say them fast. "So are you still at that place? Have you thought about going back to school? Marcus is doing so well, you know." At family dinners, I became invisible, not ignored, just skipped. Conversations jumped over me like a stone across water. If I spoke, the room quieted, not to listen, but to wait for me to finish. I learned to keep my words short. Yes, no, I'm fine. Inside, I wasn't fine, but I didn't want pity. I wanted respect. Then Marcus announced his engagement. Her name was Claire. "She's incredible," Marcus said, and for the first time in a long while, my parents leaned forward. Claire came over for Sunday dinner 2 weeks later. She wore soft colors, not loud, not shy, just calm. She looked people in the eyes when they spoke, really looked. That kind of attention made others feel seen. When she shook my hand, she didn't rush. "Lena," she said, smiling, "I've heard a lot about you." I almost laughed, but something in her voice stopped me. Dinner went as expected. My parents praised Marcus, asked Claire about her career. Emily talked about her plans. No one asked me anything. Claire noticed. I could feel it, like a warm light landing where there had only been shadow. Later, while dishes soaked in the sink, she stood beside me, quiet, respectful. "You're very gentle," she said. "Not many people are." I didn't know how to answer that, so I just nodded. Weeks passed. Wedding plans filled the house with excitement. Lists, budgets, venues. I was asked to help with small things. Errands, setups, the quiet work. One afternoon, my mother sighed while looking at the guest list. "Marcus is really building a life," she said. Then she looked at me. "Some people take longer, I guess." I smiled, that old reflex, but inside, something cracked. That night, I cried quietly, not because of what she said, but because of how normal it felt. The engagement dinner was formal, candles, cloth napkins, wine glasses that clinked too loud. Everyone was there, aunts, uncles, friends. I wore a simple dress, nothing special, just clean and neat. Halfway through dessert, my uncle laughed. "Marcus really made it," he said. "Looks like the family's future is secure." Someone added, "Well, not everyone can succeed." The table went quiet. I felt my face burn. I stared at my plate. Then Claire spoke. She didn't raise her voice. She didn't smile. She just said, "You're the founder." Everyone looked at her. She turned to me. "You're the founder," she said again. "You just don't know it yet." My mother blinked. "What do you mean?" Claire folded her napkin slowly. "I mean, Lena held this family together when no one else could. She gave up school to care for someone who needed her. She works jobs that don't get applause but keep people alive." Silence filled the room. "She didn't fail," Claire said softly. "She invested." No one spoke. I felt something shift, not loud, just deep. The drive home was quiet. My parents didn't speak. At home, my mother paused by the door. "I didn't know you felt that way," she said. I nodded. I didn't think it mattered. That night I slept without crying, not because everything was fixed, but because someone finally said my name with respect. I didn't confront anyone. I didn't demand apologies. I focused on me. I started a small caregiving service, one client at first, then two. Word spread, not fast, but steady. A year later, I hired help. Another year, I registered the business. At a family dinner, my father asked, "So, how's work?" I smiled. "It's growing." He nodded, proud. No announcement, no spotlight, just quiet proof. At the wedding, Claire hugged me. "You did it," she whispered. I shook my head. "I'm doing it." She smiled. "That's even better." I looked around at my family. They saw me now, not as a failure, but as a foundation. Sometimes revenge isn't loud. It doesn't shout. It doesn't punish. Sometimes revenge is living so fully that doubt has nowhere to stand. If you've ever been overlooked, remember this. Seeds grow in silence. If this story stayed with you, press like and share your thoughts below. Have you ever been quietly underestimated? And if you want more stories about silent strength and emotional truth, subscribe and come back tomorrow. I'll be here.